Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Today is what, January the 4th. Before we know it, January will be all done and gone. It's going by really quick. And I just wanted to offer my prayers and condolences to all the people that are affected by the fires in Australia. They are horrible, horrible. And God bless them. God bless them. There's so many animals that are being, burned. They're being burned alive. I've seen so many things on Facebook. I don't even want to see any more of it. It's so sad. It is horrific what's going on over there. It's terrible. So God bless them. If you're in, an area where there's fire, do not try to use a water hose and protect your property. Leave. Just leave. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I saw a post that Bindi Irwin, that they have a Australian zoo there. She had posted and she said that they have treated at their hospital at the zoo, they've treated over 90,000 animals. That's a lot. So, my goodness. They're not in the fire zone. She said that their zoo isn't anywhere near the fires. Thank God. Thank God. Wouldn't that be terrible? But it's just awful what's going on there. One of my followers, she emailed and said that they have like 9 months of summer. It's been so hot there, and so dry. It's just terrible. Yeah, there's no global warming, Trump, right? Come on. Anyway, so God bless them, and I just pray for their protection and their relief from the fires. God bless them and relieve them from these fires. Guess we should pray for some rain for them. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Okay, so what I wanted to do was I want to do a reading on Iran. Um, right before I turned on the camera, I did a little meditation about Iran and tried to get with my guides, see what's going on. Is Iran going to retaliate for this, killing of that Suleiman? My husband's Iranian, and Iranians didn't like him. They don't like him, they don't like the leaders. Honestly, they don't like it. So, and on the one hand, there's many, many Iranians that would like to see the United States to go and overthrow the government. They would like to see that. They want that. But also they have loved ones there and they don't want to see their loved ones get hurt. They don't want to, see a war. So it's such a strange predicament, On the one hand, they're glad that he was a murderer, and they're glad that he's gone. But on the other hand, it's their country too. So I'm going to have to get my husband here and do a little interview with him and let him tell you guys exactly how he feels and his friends and all, because he has all his family still in Iran. He has a little bit of family in the U.S., not too much, just like maybe a cousin, and that's it. So maybe we should do an interview with him and see how he feels and with the people in Iran, how they're feeling, because all his friends and his brother, sister, everything, they're all in Iran, and see what's going on. I can tell you that they're having a very difficult time in Iran. They really are. They are in extremely difficult time with their money situation and finances. People don't have money to buy bread. It's really, really tough, because I remember him talking and saying he has a friend that just is coming back from Iran, and he has a cousin that lives in England, and he goes back and forth from Iran all the time, and he says it's just terrible. People do not have food. It's terrible. He said you don't even want to go out into a store and buy something, because you see how much suffering and there is, and how much people don't have money even to buy bread. It just makes you feel terrible. That's what they told him. So they are really suffering there. Uh, it's from all the sanctions. That's what it's from. It's all the sanctions. Okay. So when I was meditating on Iran, and I just asked, are we going to go to war? Is Iran going to retaliate? And this is what I see. I see that I feel like Iran is going to try something with our U.S. ships. They're going to try to attack our ships in some way. But I see that we're protected and defended. And I do feel like that other countries are going to help defend us too. And I think it's the UK that they will, and that's with our ships. I know we're hearing all this thing about, the UK won't side with the US. They're not going to help us or defend us, but it's not true. They are going to help us. They are going to stand against Iran. They will defend us. So I don't, I didn't see anything happening to the ship, but I feel like it will be tried. An attack will come upon a Navy ship, but it will be defended. That's what and I feel like other things will happen. I see some service members of ours getting hurt. I see helicopters going out at night, and they're U.S. helicopters at nighttime. And I do feel that I don't know what this is about. They may be picking up people that got hurt, so maybe they're retrieving people in darkness. I don't know, because I see somebody, a serviceman that's been hurt, that he's getting picked up by the helicopter. He's going in the helicopter, but he's alive. It's not a dead body. He's alive. So that's what I'm seeing. I think we're going to be sending a message. We're sending a message because that's what they're showing me. We'll be sending another message to Iran. So we could be doing something else. These helicopters might be doing something else, I don't know. But they're showing me we'll send another message so that they'll know that they don't want to engage us. That's what I'm seeing, okay? So I don't think that we'll go to war with them. I don't see that. That's not what I'm seeing. And right after that, I see a woman, and I see a woman. She has a bouquet of flowers, and she's shaking hands with lots of people in the crowd. And I feel like these are the Iranian people. These are the Iranian people, and she's shaking all of their hands, and she's being, just greeted and welcomed with, happiness, and everybody's so glad she's there. And I'm wondering, who is this lady? Who is she? I feel like she kind of has a hand in preventing a problem between Iran and the United States. She's standing in the middle. Now, I don't know if it could be the next president, or it could be the next Secretary of State. But she's somebody that Iran is very happy that she's there. That's funny because instead of seeing our point of view, I'm seeing their point of view. They're happy, they're cheering and happy that she's there. And so, wow. We'll have to see how that plays out. I don't know how that's going to work out, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what they're showing me. We'll see how that works out. Okay, so what I'll do is I will do some cards. Let's get some cards on it. Is Iran and the United States going to go to war? Will they go to war? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Tell us what's going to happen. I'm just going to take a few cards and see, okay? All right. The first card that I have is in the past position. This is a happy card. This is the Ten of Cups. So in the past, the United States actually had a good relationship with Iran. That's way in the past. That's when Shah was in power. The CIA actually put Shah in power. I had read about this before, and my husband's talked about this. They signed a treaty with the United States to, use nuclear power for civil purposes, and the United States helped them with that. They gave them what is it, a reactor and uranium and all that. But that was only for civil purposes. It wasn't for, weaponry or anything. And then, all shit broke loose after this. The Ayatollah came, they took our hostages, and y'all know all about what happened in the past. But in the very, when Shah was in power, we had a good relationship with Iran and things were going good and we were helping them. Okay. That was at a time when I actually met my husband at that time. Right before they took our hostages, I had met my husband and we had started dating a little bit. And then the hostages were taken and everything. And it was a big, big mess. And every night there was Ted Koppel on Nightline, talking about the hostages. And my dad was sitting in front of the TV cussing out the Iranians and everything. And then my husband asked me to marry him. And I said, well, I guess you'll have to ask my dad. And I was scared. When Johnny went to ask my father if he could marry me. And he told me afterwards, he said, if your dad would have told me one negative thing, I had told myself, if he doesn't like Iranians, if he's negative, I'm not marrying her. My dad was so nice to my husband. He was so nice to him. And he said, yes, he gave permission for him to marry me. After he was yelling at the TV every night, and then he let his daughter marry Iranian. My husband's a very good guy. So anyway, that's my story. The next card that I get is Seven of Cups. This is the choice that Trump made. It was a bad decision. This is about making bad decisions and their consequences. So he didn't think things through, before he killed the Solomon and, all the other people. I think there were 7 people that died. He didn't think it through to the end. He didn't think about what the effect was on, everybody. I saw something on TV. It said 72% of the people don't believe that he should have, done this. 72% of the people think he shouldn't have done it. That's a lot. And even though they accept that this guy was a bad guy, that Solomon was a bad guy, they still don't think Trump had the right to do this. So he made a bad decision. No doubt about it. Maybe one of the things that helped, turn the current against him. Another thing, God, he has so much. I don't know why he needs even more, but here's the outcome card. This is 6 of Swords. This is the last card I drew. And this is telling us, yes, things have been difficult with Iran. They've been difficult. They are difficult, but it's going to get better. This gets better. So that whenever we see this card, we know things are getting better. They're difficult and we're going through a hard time, but it's getting better and it will continue to get better. And I believe this is after Trump leaves office. See, this guy's leaving. So things will start getting better when Trump leaves office. So I don't think we're going to go into a war with him, but they get much better after he leaves. I think it'll get much better with all different countries after he leaves, really. That's just my opinion. But, okay, so I don't feel like we're going to go in a full out war with Iran. I don't think so. That's what I'm feeling. I don't think so. I don't think Iran wants that any more than we do, no matter what, Okay, guys, so you saw my predictions. I did my predictions. That's the first year I've ever put out predictions. So I did them on New Year's Eve. We're going to go to my daughter's house. And so I told my husband, I'm going to go and do some really quick predictions. And I'm going to make a video before we leave because, we won't be home till after midnight. So I did that and I sent it out. We went to my daughter's house. We had such an exciting time. We had finger foods and played Yahtzee. And she has these big bay windows. So we watched all the fireworks. She lives next to a lake, Canyon Lake, and they were having a lot of fireworks display. I mean, around our area, there's so many fireworks. You don't have to let any off. All you got to do is go outside and watch. They're just crazy. People love it because I live kind of out in the country. So people are allowed to pop fireworks, Anyway, that's what we did. Very exciting. My daughter got two Yahtzees. She's super lucky. Anyway, when I woke up, I was getting email from some of you guys telling me that a zoo had burned down that night in Germany. I guess part of it burned down, but it's closed. I think it was where they keep the monkeys and chimps and gorillas and stuff like that. It seemed that's what I think I read. There was a link to it, and I read it real quick. So, and it's closed, and I don't know. They said they don't know when it's going to open. That's, maybe it's different now, but that's what I know now. And then 7 people had died overnight in the Australian fires. Of course, it wasn't nighttime for them. It was daytime for them, but nighttime for us. But when I woke up and I had, after I checked my emails and stuff, I had the news on, and 7 more people died. God bless them. God bless them people and all their family members and relatives. God bless them. And there was a woman being interviewed saying how she narrowly escaped the fire and how she was trying to use a garden hose. People, stop doing that. Leave. Leave. I mean, I know people love their homes and want to protect their homes, but you cannot stand against a fire. You can't. It's like water or fire. You can't stand against it. You have to go. The authorities say go, go. You can replace your house. You can replace things. You can't replace your life. And then also another thing that I saw, there's drones being sighted everywhere, and they're saying they don't know what they're doing. And that is so weird. I hadn't heard anything about drones until, I saw it on the news. I think in a couple of different states, they're seeing drones at nighttime, and nobody knows what they're up to. But, when I had my vision, I felt they're carrying something. That's why I said drones delivering packages. Why? I thought they tried that and it didn't work and it didn't go well. So my mind was on delivering packages, but they're delivering something. It might not be packages like, my ego mind was thinking, but I see them, they're delivering something. They're doing it for a reason. There's not a bunch of drones out there just for nothing. And there's a bunch of them. So they're delivering something, even if it's information or something, it's delivering something. I don't know what it is. It's funny because this makes me, I don't know if this makes any sense, but I remember like when they had a rabies outbreak and they would deliver a bunch of, I think it was, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can, I don't think you can ingest anything that will stop rabies, right? I don't know. But I remember something that they would drop something for the animals. I don't know. And I thought it was for rabies, but it might have been for something else because that doesn't sound right to me. But I feel like maybe it could be something like that. Maybe they're delivering something to, an animal or something. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out what it is. That's just where my mind's going. I don't know. Ego mind and, psychic mind, they're two different things completely. So have to try to keep them separate. It's kind of hard sometimes, it blends all together. Okay, guys. So anyway, I feel like we're not going to go to war with Iran. We might experience a little little skirmish here and there, but I don't think it's going to go full out war. That's what I'm feeling anyway, and that's what I'm being shown. So, and I will have my husband. He's gone to Home Depot today. It's beautiful outside. It's 70 degrees outside. The sun's shining, or at least it's supposed to reach 70 today. And he's going to paint the front door and do some things around the house that need to get done. So I put him to work. I told him, I'm going to be working in here. You go work out there. So he's doing his jobs. He'll be back soon. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. Love you so much. I have been super busy with readings because I have them for $25 right now. So if you want to get a reading right now for $25, it's till the end of January. And I'm usually I turn them over within 24 hours. I try to get them out, but I've been really swamped. So I have right now. I'm going into Wednesday. So Wednesday the 8th, if you want a reading, it probably won't happen till Wednesday, just to let you know, okay? Because my schedule's kind of packed up till then. All right, guys, love you so much. Just look down below and you can get my email address and let me know if you'd like to get a reading. Also, on the readings, I wanted to tell y'all, uh, I usually do a Celtic cross reading for people. That's what I do. So when I do a Celtic cross, it's for you, for your health, your finances, your happiness, just your future. It's just really on you. If you have questions for me that are outside that perimeter that you want me to answer, if you'll limit it to like 3 questions, because what I'll do is I'll do a reading for 3 separate questions, and that will take 9 cards. And some people are sending me, like 6 or 7 questions. It's a lot, and it takes a long time to answer all of them. So I'm going to have to ask y'all to please limit it to 3 questions if it's not, directly to do with you, if you want it outside that perimeter. Okay. All right, guys. Love you so much. Y'all take care. Bye for now.